I be so sick of you. It's contradicting. So balls on my team coming. Fuck me.
I've been on top for a while. That's how I chip it to the moon. Fast car make gon' vroom vroom. Take it to the boom boom room. I'm a visionary. I got the niggas scared. Bought a big paddock with the brand new.
Okay, what's up, y'all? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm getting ready for a dinner party. My friend is having a dinner party today. She turned 26. So we are about to go celebrate her birthday at Del Frisco's, and I'm about to get ready. And we're gonna have a story time. We're gonna be talking about the time that I graduated from, the time that I dropped out of college. I'm not used to recording while I'm doing my makeup. I'm so used to listening to podcasts. So yeah, y'all just bear with me for my first time doing this. And I'm gonna try to multitask. So I decided to get ready like super early so I could multitask. And I wouldn't be like super late or anything. I see you looking up, I'm looking up at the camera. So yes. Alright, so I do want to say that I did graduate from college May 2014 with my bachelor's in exercise science, and I am currently pursuing a master's degree in a physician assistant degree. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing since I graduated, just pursuing this degree as a master for exercise science. I mean, for physician assistant. I've been pursuing my degree. Well, I've been taking my prerequisites, just trying to see, you know, do everything I need to do to become one. But so 2016 I dropped out of school. 2016, 2017. It was honestly a lot. Very much a lot for me. I am a first generation college student. So going to college already was just a brand new experience for me. And I didn't have anybody to like really rely on in my family because nobody had ever went to college before. It was just me, my first time. I went to college with my two best friends. The one's birthday that I'm going to celebrate right now, it was me, her, and our other friend Shania. I should have a clip of all of us when I post this. It should be at the beginning so you get to see everybody. You know what, I actually normally do this. I usually use a I usually use like an eyebrow setter, but I don't have one right now, which is a bummer. And I went to go like purchase one, but it was just like a hassle, so I'm being ghetto right now to do my eyebrows. But okay, yeah, so it was the three of us, and we went off to Winston-Salem State University. Yes, the Rams. And we were like having fun, probably a little bit too much fun, and a little bit like, I want to say halfway, not even halfway through the semester, maybe a couple months, like as a freshman in college, one of our friends had got pregnant. So then it was just the two of us. It was me and my friend, my other friend. It was just the two of us. And we held down the fort at Winston, and we became really, really, really close. Like we became best friends. I mean, we were already friends. It was usually just us three, the three amigos, but when our other friend left, it was just us two. I need to let this dry. It was just us two, and we just got like more close. So yeah, I'm using a new eyebrow thing. I don't even know how it worked. Okay, so so it was just the three of us. She left, and then we got super close. And honestly, like I said, I'm a first generation college student, so I started to struggle really bad in school. Like, my mind, I was not in school. I was just honestly worried about working and like partying, not even like worried about school. And that was my downfall, because it got to my sophomore year of college when I was like supposed to be applying for my major, and I realized that I hadn't got anything for my major done, like, at all. Ooh, it's gonna be dark. I like a natural brow, you know, just real natural. I feel like that's too dark. Or maybe it's not. But I didn't have anything for my major. Anything for my major, because I was like not following, because I wanted to be a physical therapist at first. And I was taking like some of the classes, but I was like, I didn't even know that the other classes I needed to take, because like I said, I had got involved in like partying. I was dealing with this girl my freshman year of college. If you are looking at this and y'all have not been to college, do not be going crazy over nobody your first year of college. Don't. Do not. Because it was honestly the most stupid thing I could have ever did. So stupid of me. It was just so crazy. I was dealing with mess with her the whole time. Had me stressing out.
Motherfucking stressed and depressed with a piece of me, and it ain't motherfucking, man.
And then my sophomore year, we didn't even talk to each other. Had me going so crazy. And we didn't even talk to each other. I don't even want to talk. Honestly, when summer break hit and I came back home, I was not thinking about her. I mean, I don't think about her now. She does live in my city now, because at first she was just living like where the school was in Winston. But she lives in my city now. Honestly, I've never seen her. It's crazy how you can live in a city, a town with people, and you like never run into them. But yeah, so I was crazy over her. Stupid. Failing the class. I had failed statistics, messing around with her. It had me so stressed out. And I had to retake statistics because I don't know if I got a D or F. I think I got a D. But yeah, I was down bad. So I had got a D in statistics my freshman year. Sophomore year came, I had no idea that I was missing classes because I was crazy over somebody I shouldn't have been crazy about. And I was crazy over somebody I shouldn't have not been crazy about. And I regret that so bad right now. Like, that was a waste of time, but it's fine. So my sophomore year of college, like, it was like maybe 2 months. 2 months before we were supposed to go back to school. And I had told my mom, I was like, did this eye look thicker than this one? I ain't gonna get close so y'all can better my business. But I had told my mom, I was like, honestly, I don't think I want to go back to Winston. I don't think I want to go back. I wanted to start something new, so I went to town. I went to school in my town, Charlotte, University of North Carolina, Charlotte State College. I applied. I feel like my eyebrows are mad thick. I usually use pomade on my eyebrows, and I'm trying to do something different, but it's giving, what is you doing, baby? It is very much giving, what is you doing? I'm about to try to fix them. Okay, so I came back to my city. I decided I wanted to go to school here. And I was at a HBCU to start off with, And then I decided to go to a PWI, a predominantly white institution. And boy, oh boy, was that a culture shock. Like, I'm so used to going to schools where it's majority black people. And to go from majority black people to being a minority. I mean, I'm already a minority because I'm black. Like, I've never felt, before that, I never felt it because I always went to schools where people look like me. And I don't like this. I don't like the way it's looking. What y'all think? Let me get up on the camera. Oh, shoot. And I never went to, so it was like a culture shock. It was a culture shock for me. And I got my goodies all on. These are some good goodies. Some good goodies. And it was a culture shock. And I mean, I really kept to myself. And by this time, my other friend who was still at Winston with me, she took a semester off of school because she just wasn't feeling school, so she took a semester off of school. And I was up there by myself. I mean, we was back in the city, and I was up there by myself. Then the second semester came around, and by that time we were no longer cool. I mean, I said we cool, we back cool now because, I mean, as you can see, we are going to her dinner party. And we had fell out. You know what the crazy part about us falling out is? We had a class. We had fell out, and like we didn't even plan our schedules, but we just so happened to have a class together. And in this class, it was just the two of it was 3 black people in this class. And the crazy part about that is it was 3 black people, and all of us went to Winston together. We all knew each other from Winston, which is crazy to think. How many is this? I want to preface this by saying I am not a makeup girl. I do my makeup when I go out from time to time. I barely go out, so. And me trying to do my makeup and tell a story. But okay, so. Oh, you know what? I think I know what this is for. Not for this. This one. So it was just the 3 of us in there, and me and her never like talked in the class. I remember one time we had like a project, and since we like sat near each other, it was like automatic, like we just was in a group together. It was all 3 of us, the only 3 black kids in the class, or students in the class, was working on this project. And it was weird a little bit, but whatever. So one day she just never showed back up to class. But since I was still cool with our other friend, I found out because she was pregnant. And she just dropped out of school. And I didn't know. And sometimes it was weird being in that class with her and not talking. If you are a makeup person and you are watching me cringing right now, cringe on, because this is how I do it. Okay, so my makeup is like super old too. My makeup is dumb old. I probably shouldn't even be wearing this makeup, but it's what I got. And she had her baby. And she used to come, it's so crazy, she used to come by my house and like hang out with my mom, or like just come to talk to my mom. But later on we were talking, and I think she like told me she really was coming by to meet for me. Like I never used to, I got to see her downstairs in my parents' house, and I would just go back upstairs. I wouldn't even speak. I'm so rude. That was so rude. I wouldn't even speak. But you know, honestly, over the last year, maybe 2 years, we've been getting back closer. More so this last year is like the closest we've been since then. And that happened in 2017. In 2021 is when we start back, like really kicking it and hanging out and back in the group chat with the 3 amigos. But so I started, honestly, and looking back, like why I wanted to transfer schools, I think it was a lot. Like it was just like I was starting to feel like lost. So I thought maybe if I went to another school, I would feel a little bit better. You know, it would just be different scenery. I would be more focused. And then I went to UNCC, and I was the only black kid in most of my classes. And I'm not used to that. You know, I literally grew up around mostly black people. And my mom hates that because she has a diverse group of friends. And growing up, I used to hang around her friends. So, like, I grew up around, like, my first babysitter was Korean. And I used to have a Korean babysitter. And then she had, like, other friends, like Caucasian friends, white friends and stuff. And I used to be around them and their kids. She wanted to, you know, give me some diversity. And I don't blame her because now, like, growing up now, it doesn't bother me because I literally always worked around, like, majority white people. And so I started feeling like an outcast at that school. And it just became so overwhelming for me. Like, I started being at my major and I started feeling like, man, I don't even know if this is what I want to do anymore. Like, I just had a midlife crisis at 21, 22. Because I was already a little bit behind. Like, I was like what we call a super senior when I dropped out. And I had like a year left of school when I dropped out. But it just felt so far away. And I felt super depressed. Like, oh my gosh, I literally stopped going to class. And before that, I had switched my major. I was like, maybe I just need something new. So I switched my major. I'm looking up at my mirror now. I had switched my major. And when I switched my major, that did not fix the problem. I'm trying to debate what makeup, because you know, like I said, I don't have to do my makeup, so I'm trying to debate what. Which one was my eye makeup? Like, I forgot how to do my eye makeup. I'm real simple. I keep it simple. I keep to what I know, so I do the same makeup every time I go out, natural. But I can't remember. Do I use this one first and then put the dark one on? I think I'll do that. So I got major depressed. I stopped going to class, and boy, so I switched my major. I was in there. I switched to business because I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like, I still want to be an entrepreneur, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I want to go about that. Like, I know ultimately I want to, like, invest in real estate, but you need funds to do that. But yeah, that's one of my dreams, is to, like, be in real estate. So I was like, okay, I want to do business. I started business. Whew, boy, that was not for me. So I sunk into an even deeper depression. Crazy. So I sunk into an even deeper depression. And I stopped going to class. Like, I used to wake up in the middle of the evening. And I just stopped going to class. My grandma even said, because my grandma lives with my parents. And I remember one day she was like, you don't have class? And I'm like, no. I don't have class. We're about to have exams. We were not about to have exams. I mean, granted, it was April. Exams weren't that far, but it's still, you know, I should have still been in class. And I remember I had went to class. No, he's going to. I had went to one of my business class one time, and I remember the teacher had asked me a question that I did not know. So I had dropped out. I had stopped going to class, and then like 2 weeks later, I was like, you know what? Let me just go back to class. I was like, I was tripping. Let me just try to go back to class. I hadn't been doing any work or anything. 2 weeks is a long time not to have been in school. Like, seriously. And I was not in school. So I had went back to class. I remember my teacher had called me for answer, and I was just like, I don't know. Like, that had made me mad. And I was like, you know what? I'm really not coming back because I'm like, I've been slipping. So after I was like, I'm not going back, and I dropped out. I didn't tell my mom. Honestly, my mom did not know I dropped out of school until I remember I was supposed to be going back to school, and I was signed up for the classes, and I was showing her, but since I dropped out, you owe Sally Mae that money back. And when you owe Sally Mae that money back, you can't apply to classes until you pay it off. And I had to just tell my mom, like, look, I'm not in school. I had dropped out. My mom is like super understanding though. So she knew, like, I mean, I was depressed, and she understood that, and she was like, she'll have me paid for it. But honestly, by that time, I didn't think I would ever go back to school. I just didn't think it was for me. I didn't see me going back to school, and so I decided to drive trucks. I remember I started driving trucks in 2019. I had did a summer truck driving course, and I had did a summer truck driving course, and it was free because I was working in a restaurant at that time. And since I only made a certain amount of money, it's a program in North Carolina. When you only make a certain amount of money, they'll pay for you to go to school, truck driving school. They'll pay for you to do honestly numerous things. So I had did that, and I drove over the road for a little bit, and I drove over the road with this stinky man. Oh my gosh, he was a stinky man. I hope he don't ever see this. He probably won't. He was 400 plus pounds. He was super tall. He was almost 6 feet, if not 6 feet probably. And I had to he was my trainer, and I had to drive over the road with him for 2 weeks, and he stunk so bad. It got to the point where I had to literally sit, I found some air freshener in I had found some air freshener in the gas station, the truck stop, where you take the top off and it smells. So I had set that bad boy in the with me in the driver's side, in the little, the little thing on the side of the, you know what I'm talking about. And I remember he was like, what, I stink? And I'm not about to tell nobody they stink. I should have though, but I was like, no. I just was like, no, but I should have said yes. Because he stunk so bad. Oh my gosh, he stunk super bad. But so I drove trucks. I remember I came back home. Because I was supposed to, after my 2 weeks were up, I came back home to take I had been gone for a while, because before I even had trained with him, we were on the school learning stuff and stuff. So I was in Indianapolis for a little minute, and I came back home, and I just remember I did not want to go back to work. I had sprayed pulled a muscle on my back at the gym, and after that I was like, I don't even want to go back. I just didn't like being on the road. I didn't like it. So I tried this. So I started delivering food, I know Cisco or Gordon Food, stuff like that. I had started delivering a small produce. First, it was a Cisco, but it was produce. And I remember everybody was telling me, you don't need to do that. You this is a very hard job. And me being me, I decided that I could do it. But I did not know. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm about to do my lashes. Let me go find my lashes. I'll be back. Okay, so I did not know that it was gonna be like that. Boy, and was it tough? Oh my. And I didn't like that either. So okay, I'm gonna do this part off camera and then
1,000 years later.
Okay, so I'm big and I did not like that job, so I was like, you know what, I'm going back to school. Honestly, after I got my CDLs, I felt like I could do anything. Like, honestly, I feel like I wasn't good enough to graduate college. I just didn't feel like I was smart enough. A lot of stuff, but that's just a lot of stuff I had to deal with internally over the years that honestly I'm still dealing with. But I decided to go back to school. I made this decision in October of 2019, and I started working at Amazon. I had just quit that job. I didn't even tell them people I had quit. I just stopped showing up, and it's so easy to get a job at Amazon. I said, I'm just gonna apply to Amazon. I should get it. It was around the holiday time too, and I had got hired. So I started working there, and I had, you know, I was in the process of signing up for school. Going back to school was such a process because I'm older now, so I had to get like my money situation in order so I could pay for school. It honestly was a lot. My face is wet as hell. Ooh, this thing look real white on camera, no? We're gonna fix it up. And I had to get my money situated for school. And then, let me put some powder on my face. Cause I have really oily skin. So, I heard that this helps. I want y'all to know that in person, my face do not look that way. And once I put makeup on, you ain't gonna notice. But, that thing got my face looking major white. But okay, so I went to Amazon, started working at Amazon, and I decided, you know, so then I couldn't start school until that May. So, you know, by this time, that thing happened. So my schools was all online. All my classes was online. It was an adjustment. But honestly, I feel like it was the best thing I could have did going back to school during that time, because having online classes was a game changer for me. I felt so focused. So I went back to school, and I did good. It was not even like, it was a good experience going back to school, like I said, during like that. And I graduated last May, and I went on a trip to Mexico. See, I feel like my face still a little white on this flash. But I went on a trip to Mexico. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun to celebrate my achievement. But yeah, so now I'm working on building my social media, my TikToks, and this. So if you have not already, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to it. Please help a little small content creator out. And yeah, so that just goes to show you, like, if y'all struggling with school, take a break. I am a firm believer in taking breaks from school. Like, because sometimes you just need it, because you just don't know. And if I would have never went out and lived life a little bit before I went back to school, I probably wouldn't like know what I even would want to be doing right now with my life, because I had gave up like for a while there, But boy, when you be out here in this world, you be like, nah, I gotta figure something out. Cause what I'm doing right now, it ain't working. But college is not for everybody. Let me see if I change the tone to look a little bit better. Did that help? I don't know. I don't really care for that light enough. But we're gonna try it out. Cause it's giving white, but it's not giving white in person. But yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if you need a break from school, take it. And school ain't for everybody, so if you don't feel like it's for you and you feel like you can take your talents elsewhere, do that. Honestly, because it's not for everybody. And you can't do it for other people because they just hate what you're doing because you did it for somebody else. I hate how light coverage this makeup is. And this is the Dewy Smooth, the Fit Me. I usually get the matte because I have oily skin, and I didn't even realize this was dewy until I bought it. I was like, God dang it. But I was like, let me just try it out, because even with the matte, my face still be getting oily, so yeah. But I'm a big believer in manifestation, so I manifested a lot. And like I said, me being an entrepreneur, I'm manifesting that. Okay. I'm a big like I said, I'm big in manifestation. And I'm going to manifest being an entrepreneur. I'm going to manifest growing my channel. My goal is to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I really think I can do it. I manifested it. I haven't wrote it in my journal yet. I feel like when I write things in my journal, that's when they become official. So I have to write it in my journal. And I'm trying to get my TikTok followers up to 1,000 subscribers. I really want to get my TikTok subscribers up to 1,000 before the end of the year. I've been had a couple TikToks recently do pretty good, but I'm still not getting any followers. I mean, I'm getting followers, but it's just not growing as fast as I want it. But it's fine. What is meant for me is meant for me, and it'll happen when it happens. But I hope y'all like my little dropout story. And if y'all want to see me do another get ready or like another sit down, just let me know, because I have some stories and I don't mind telling them. And even if I don't put this out, I really enjoy talking to myself. And if I have any makeup recommendations, please let me know. Because like I said, I am not a makeup person. And I had seen this TikTok of makeup and I want to try it. But Lord Jesus, just my luck. It's just my luck. That ain't gonna work. Y'all know y'all seen this one. They be like this. Right here. That one right here. But we're gonna try it. Wait. Mommy, we're gonna try it. Cover that mustache up. Y'all know what they say about hairy girls. Y'all know what they say about hairy girls now. I mean, I'm just saying. If you a hairy girl like myself, then comment down below. Comment down below if you are a hairy girl like myself and you struggle with it. I honestly was shaving it for a while. But oh my god, shaving my arms broke my, I shaved my upper arm area because I was just shaving my whole arm, And that was literally the worst mistake that I could have made. It broke me out for like at least a good 6 months. I feel like my arms are just healing from it, honestly. Like as far as the hyperpigmentation, cause I had that bad for a while on my arms. I was so embarrassed. That's why I love seeing people like Rihanna just show she has body acne and show that it's normal, because it's normal. It's very much so normal. And it goes to show you that celebrities are human too. But yeah, I'm just learning to be in love with life. I'm trying to, at least, because I feel like we're all just on this road to figure everything out. And nobody has all the answers. My hair about to look crazy, y'all. Nobody has all the answers, no matter how it appears. But yeah, hold on, let me. It's giving it don't move, but we're gonna see. I barely wear my hair blown dry. Ooh, my. But I wanted something different, because I hate my natural hair. I cut my hair off before, and I'm trying not to cut it off again. So I'm trying to, I just decided to do this. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Tell me if y'all want to see me, how I achieve this look. And if you don't, I don't care, don't tell me you don't. I might have to fix it. I need to do my hair. But let me get off this camera so I can really look at my hair. And I'm gonna come back when I'm all dressed up.
I've been on top for a while. That's how I chip it to the moon. Fast car make gon' vroom vroom. Take it to the boom boom room. I'm a visionary.